Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 weapons used by ancient civilizations, humanity. A species defined by its ingenuity, its drive to explore, to build, and sadly, to conquer. And throughout our history, we've been compelled to craft ever more sophisticated tools to achieve those aims. From the battlefields of ancient Rome to the warriors of the Far East, these weapons shaped history, decided the fate of empires, and ultimately tell a story of our own evolution. Few weapons resonate through history quite like the sword, from the bronze blades of early civilizations to the gleaming steel of the medieval knight. It's a symbol of power, prestige, and martial prowess. In the hands of an Egyptian pharaoh, a Roman centurion, or a Japanese samurai, the sword was more than just a weapon. It was an extension of the warrior, a work of art, and often a sacred symbol. The forging of a sword was an almost ceremonial act, the craftsman pouring skill and knowledge passed down through generations into each blade. The sword's evolution mirrored that of civilization itself. Early bronze swords, while deadly, were brittle, prone to breaking. But the discovery of iron and later steel allowed for lighter, stronger, and more flexible blades. The Roman gladius, designed for thrusting in close formation, was a tool of conquest that carved out an empire. The katana, the soul of the samurai, with its curved blade and razor-sharp edge, became synonymous with Bushido, the warrior code of Japan. Each culture, each era, left its mark on the sword, refining and adapting it to their own art of war. Predating even the sword, the spear stands as a testament to elegant simplicity in design. It's a tool we see mirrored throughout nature, from the piercing beak of a heron to the venomous fangs of a viper. Early humans, looking to survive in a world ruled by apex predators, adapted this design, crafting spears for hunting and defense. A sharpened stick hardened by fire may seem rudimentary, but in the hands of our ancestors it meant the difference between a meal and starvation, between safety and succumbing to the jaws of a predator. As civilizations evolved, so too did the spear. The ancient Greeks, masters of warfare, fielded the phalanx, a seemingly impenetrable wall of shields and spears. The Macedonians, under Alexander the Great, further refined this tactic with their sarissa, pikes so long they could skewer an enemy before they even came within striking distance. But it was more than just a weapon of war. The spear remained an essential hunting tool, used to bring down everything from deer to mammoths. It was a symbol of sustenance, of mankind's ability to adapt and thrive in even the harshest environments. Before the roar of gunpowder, there was the whisper of an arrow in flight. The bow and arrow, a technological leap forward, allowed mankind to strike from afar, to fell prey and enemy alike with deadly accuracy. Imagine the hushed anticipation of a hunter, hidden amongst the trees, arrow nocked and aimed at a grazing deer. The fate of his tribe, their very survival, might rest on the precision of his shot. The bow and arrow was a weapon of war as well, employed to devastating effect by cultures across the globe. The Mongols, under Genghis Khan, conquered vast swathes of Asia with their horse archers, raining down volleys of arrows that broke the enemy ranks before they even clashed in hand-to-hand combat. The English longbowmen, famed for their accuracy and the penetrating power of their arrows, proved decisive in battles like Agincourt, decimating French knights clad in heavy armour. The bow and arrow, a symbol of both sustenance and conquest, left an indelible mark on our history. Chapter 4. The Shield Guardians of the Front Line. For every weapon designed to attack, there exists a counterpoint, a bulwark against the storm of battle. The shield, in its myriad forms, represents this enduring need for protection. From the simple wooden shields of early warriors to the intricately crafted metal shields of the Roman legions, they stood as a testament to the ingenuity of defense. Imagine the deafening clang of a shield wall holding firm against a barbarian charge, each impact a testament to the courage and resilience of the men behind it. The Romans, masters of warfare, elevated shield design to an art form. Their iconic rectangular scutum, constructed of layered wood and covered in leather, provided exceptional protection. The Greeks, with their circular hoplons, formed impenetrable phalanxes, the shields interlocking to create a moving fortress. But shields weren't just defensive tools. They could be used offensively as well, to bash opponents, create openings, or even blind them with the reflected glare of the sun. The shield, a symbol of resilience and protection, was as crucial to victory as any blade or spear. Chapter 5. The Axe, Tool and Weapon of Antiquity. The axe, a tool as old as civilization itself, embodies the dual nature of human ingenuity. In one hand, it's an instrument of creation, felling trees to build homes, to fuel fires, to shape the world around us. In the other, it's a brutal weapon of war, capable of cleaving through armor and bone. Imagine the echoing thud of an axe biting into a tree, the scent of pine filling the air as a village takes shape. Now imagine that same axe, glinting under a crimson sky, wielded by a warrior defending his home against invaders. From the stone axes of our early ancestors to the fearsome battle axes of Viking raiders, this tool has left an indelible mark on human history. The Vikings, renowned for their ferocity in battle, wielded axes with terrifying effectiveness, their longships appearing on the horizon like wolves at a feast. The axe, a symbol of both creation and destruction, reflects the duality of our own nature. Chapter 6. The Sling, David versus Goliath. Often overlooked in the annals of ancient warfare, the sling stands as a testament to the ingenuity of simplicity. A leather pouch and 2 cords, nothing more, yet in the hands of a skilled slinger, it becomes a weapon capable of felling giants. The story of David and Goliath, a shepherd boy facing down a mighty warrior, speaks to the sling's surprising effectiveness. Imagine the whirring sound of the sling, the stone launched with incredible velocity, finding its mark in the giant's forehead. The sling, inexpensive to make and easy to carry, was a weapon utilized by cultures across the globe. Egyptian slingers, trained from childhood, were renowned for their accuracy, capable of hitting a target the size of a man's head from over 100 meters away. The Balearic slingers, hailing from islands in the Mediterranean, were so feared in battle that they were often hired as mercenaries, their deadly projectiles breaking bones and shattering shields. The sling, a weapon of the common man, proved that skill and ingenuity could triumph over brute force. Chapter 7. The Dagger Up Close and Personal. In the brutal intimacy of close combat, where the clash of steel and the cries of the wounded filled the air, the dagger reigned supreme. More than just a weapon, it was a symbol of status, a tool for hunting, and in some cultures, even an object of religious significance. Imagine the glint of a jeweled dagger worn by an Egyptian pharaoh, a symbol of his power and authority, yet equally capable of delivering a swift and silent death. Roman legionaries carried the pugio, a double-edged dagger, as a backup weapon, a last line of defense in the chaos of battle. Assassins, shrouded in legend and fear, favored daggers for their stealth and lethality, their blades whispering through the night as they dispensed death with surgical precision. The dagger, a weapon of both beauty and brutality, reflects the darker side of human nature. Chapter 8. The Mace, Crushing Power. The mace, a brutal evolution of the club, embodies the unyielding force of ancient warfare. Unlike bladed weapons, the mace was designed to crush, to break bones and shatter armor with each devastating blow. Imagine the sickening thud of a mace connecting with a shield, the impact reverberating through the defender's arm, numbing flesh and bone alike. From the simple stone-headed maces of early warriors to the fearsome flanged maces of medieval knights, this weapon struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. The Morning Star, a particularly gruesome variant, featured a spiked head designed to inflict maximum damage, each blow a symphony of pain and suffering. The Mace, a weapon of pure brute force, left little to the imagination, its purpose clear: to break the enemy, both physically and mentally. Chapter 9. The Javelin Missile of Antiquity. The javelin, a spear designed for throwing, represents the marriage of distance and impact. It provided ancient warriors with the ability to harass the enemy from afar, to break up formations, or to deliver a killing blow before closing in for hand-to-hand combat. Imagine the whistling sound of a javelin arcing through the air, the glint of sunlight reflecting off its sharpened point, a moment of dread for those in its path. Roman legionaries were masters of the javelin, their pilum designed to pierce shields and armor, crippling the enemy before the clash of swords. The Greeks, renowned for their disciplined formations, also utilized javelins to disrupt enemy lines and create openings for their hoplites to exploit. The javelin, a versatile and deadly weapon, played a crucial role in shaping the course of ancient battles. Chapter 10. The Chariot, Engine of War. The chariot, more than just a weapon, revolutionized ancient warfare, providing unmatched mobility and striking power on the battlefield. Imagine the thunder of hooves, the ground trembling as a wave of chariots charges into the fray, archers firing volleys of arrows, swords flashing in the sunlight. It was a spectacle both awe-inspiring and terrifying. The Egyptians, Hittites, and Assyrians all fielded chariot forces with devastating effect, their speed and maneuverability allowing them to outflank and overwhelm their enemies. Chariot archers raining down arrows from mobile platforms could decimate infantry formations, while heavily armored charioteers crashed into enemy lines, creating chaos and confusion. The chariot, a symbol of military might and innovation, left an indelible mark on the ancient battlefield. Thanks for joining us on this journey through ancient history. We've explored the tools of war, from the humble sling to the mighty chariot, each weapon a testament to human ingenuity, our capacity for both creation and destruction. But these weapons tell a larger story. One of empires rising and falling, of battles won and lost, of the very evolution of human conflict. They remind us of the power of innovation, the enduring human spirit in the face of adversity, and the ever-present shadow of war that has shaped our past and continues to influence our present. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the past. And until next time, keep exploring the wonders of history, for within its depths lie the stories that have shaped our world.